If we can move on to Dr. Kalimullah, we have a
If you
few
would like
questions
to,
that
yes.
is
And then I
that is
have this really interesting question from this participant, attendee, Dr. Dawood Mahmood Saab. And I would like to ask that question after Dr. Kalimullah has responded to this question by Umar.
Well, I would like to say that critical thinking will not be undermined. Technology is supportive, and as Dr. Najam said, that before the invention of any even mobile, people were influencing and controlling and ruling the people. That the critical thinking will be there in future. It will not be undermined. And moreover, if you think, as long as only for the sake of argument, critical thinking will be promoted more than before. But you can say definitely critical thinking will not be materialized until you will have the relevant resources and technology. That is the important thing. Critical thinking will be increased, will be promoted more than ever before, but that will be thinking only, and that thinking again philosophical will be pinching you that if you cannot materialize it. Thank you very much.
So, panel, this is the last question. I think we are moving towards wrapping up. And it's an interesting one because, and I think I would address it to Dr. Kalimullah because he is our educational expert on this. Question is,
Sorry, come again please, your voice is distorting.
can you hear me now? Can you
No,
hear
no,
me?
okay, yes, no, okay.
Okay, this question is that, in classroom teaching, there's a lot of, energy that is derived from the teacher's passion to teach. So how do you do in terms of online learning?
Madam, there are three things. Number one, communication. Your communication should be good enough. That is very persuasive one. And number two, whatever the material or whatever the presentation is run during the synchronous online teaching, it should be interactive enough. It should be give some aesthetic look. That is a tip. That is a tip. I mean, that can be again moderated. The language is the first one, and then your presentation is important, and after that your QA's technique is very important. If because you are, as I am now talking, now I am talking to you all, so everyone is listening to me, and now my voice, the tone of the voice and the pitch is very important. And I think online, in online teaching, it has effect also, it has impact. These using these three things we can moderate, and we can maintain that energy level. I think so we can maintain. Thank you.
Dr. Najam, would you like to elaborate on this?
I think I'm satisfied with what I have said. Maybe the next question.
Okay, this was the last question. Panel, thank you so much. Umar, is there any other question that you'd like to ask, or I think we're done?
we have a few questions. If I can just put them together and ask a quick question for that.
Yes, please. Please do so that then we can wrap up.
It is more about the unemployment that people are seeing in the future and the relevant skills that they should get, and what are the entrepreneurial opportunities that would be very effective for people to take up. So, and there's a very interesting sort of career advice for somebody. They're asking if it's a good time to switch a career or should we stick to whatever we have right now.
So overall, it's about the job market and the
job
employability
market and the opportunities that
and the opportunities that are there for new, for people to find some sort of resource to earn. I would just have a quick feedback from the three panelists. So Dr. Najam Abbas, if you could go first.
Thank you. In every difficulty, there are opportunities, and in every opportunity, there are difficulties. Those who keep an active eye and anticipate what are the changes happening, what changes are adverse to the interest for me as a learner or as a teacher, what are the changes which can bring opportunities which will help me advance my interest, professional, academic, and personal. If I am equipped with the right vision, with the analysis tools, for example, the SWOT analysis, strength, weakness, opportunity, threats, and with other tools which allow me to see should I teach and plan a curriculum of a study of the methodology of old textbooks used in pre-partition South Asia. Now, for the historian, it may be a matter of curiosity, but people who are affected by the coronavirus will say, perhaps in the coming months, your topic will not be of much relevance. So the first factor to determine all provision, interactivity, connectivity, and profit in terms of revenues, dividends, contract and consultation fee is to see what are the changes, how we can assess them, how we can extract projections and opportunities for promotion of our professional pursuits. If we are able to do that, in whichever field we are, we will be able to innovate and improvise. If we are not able to do that, no matter if you are in corporate banking or if you are in cutting edge consultancy, even then, perhaps the changes may not bring many openings to you.
That does answer quite a bit of the questions asked in terms of the employability, the increased employability in this day. I think what the pandemic has done, that there was a convergence of technology and the job market was required, and it was slowly happening. But with this pandemic, what happened, it just went into a fast forward mode. So I think it's the adaptability of the recipients, that the sooner they adapted, the better equipped they've become. So I think, in my opinion, in maybe this is the maybe one of the pros or the shining stars of what happened to the world, because it happened collectively. So on that, I think maybe we can go towards a closing. If my panelists have any other feedback, please share them now so that we can close the webinar for today.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Dr. Kalimullah, anything else you'd like?
Yes, I think I would like to comment on the last point Dr. Najam just said, and Mr. Umar raised the question that the employability, and I think the future is going to be more specific with respect to employment, and it is, again, the quotation is very old, but its application is becoming more important. The survival of the fittest, that in whichever area somebody has the expertise, he or she will definitely be employed. And if the person has, I mean, in-depth and in-depth knowledge is necessary, and that is the specialization. But if we can say that breadth in future with respect to academic disciplines, that will not be more fruitful with respect to the individual interest and the economic benefits. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, panelists. I think we've had a very interesting, very the thought-inspiring discussion, and I would especially thank Dr. Najam Abbas, Dr. Alkama Khwaja, and Dr. Kalimullah Shah. You have shared very insightful information about the future, and you have rather I think our audience, our attendees and ourselves, you have inspired all of us to think beyond this COVID-19 pandemic, and how digitization and how new resource building is going to converge together in order to, sort of propel us into the future. The future is coming, whether we like it or not. I mean, it is, time always moves forward. It doesn't come back. So I think you have been extremely resourceful in terms of adding this advice and making people realize that the way is only forward and we can do it in spite of this. There is going to be innovation, there is going to be change, there is going to be reanalyzation or reevaluation of our current scenarios, and I think we will be able to. And I think I leave it on a very positive note, and I think it is, I'm thankful to all the panelists and our attendees. This is a recorded session. The attendees who were not here today, because we did have almost 700 participants registered for this webinar. And I think they will continue to listen to this on Zoom and our Facebook Live feed. Kindly follow us on our ICE page at ice.minhaj, and we will be posting regular updates about this webinar and future webinars also, because this topic will continuously be discussed from various other angles. We've had questions about the psychological implications, about the business implications, about the economic implications. So the series of webinars will continue, and I would again thank everyone. So, sir, Allah Hafiz, and we will inshallah be seeing everyone again very soon. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.